Hello students, today we will do the poem How to Tell Wild Animals. This poem is written by Caroline Wells and the poet is a humorous poet. Look, it is given. This humorous poem suggests some dangerous ways to identify or to tell wild animals. Read it aloud, keeping to a strong and regular rhythm. Before I start the poem, I would like to tell you that the poem is humorous and the name is How to Tell Wild Animals. Here the meaning of tell is to identify. It means the ways are given how we can identify wild animals. But students, be very careful because the ways given in this poem are very dangerous. So never try to identify the animals by the ways given in the poem because this is a humorous poem. This is only for the purpose of humor. Okay, so let's start the poem. Before we start the poem, should I tell you the story or the summary? Okay, I'll tell you the summary in the last. First we'll go stanza to stanza. If ever you should go by chance to jungle in the east, and if there should to you advance a large and tawny beast, if he roars at you as you are dying, you will know it is the Asian lion. Uh, Look, this is the fifth line. Fifth line, if he roars at you as you are dying. This is DYIN and apostrophe. Apostrophe means that one or two letters are left over. So actually this word was dying, but this is dying, and it may rhyme with lion if we read it as dine. Okay, dine and line, because the rhyme scheme of the whole poem is the same. Only in this first stanza these two words don't rhyme. But if we want to rhyme, this question can come that if dying is a rhyming word to loin, so we should tell the answer that if we pronounce it as dine, dine, DION, ऐसे आपको लिखना पड़ेगा कि if we pronounce it as dine then it rhymes with lion, otherwise not. So the poem, if ever you should go by chance to jungle in the east, the poet says that by chance if you go in the east, go to the jungles in the east. Here east means the eastern part of the world. So if you go to the eastern part of the world and visit jungles there, and if there should be to you advance a large and tawny beast, and there you find a animal, you find an animal. And what is the meaning of tawny? Tawny is brownish yellow. It means if you found a bird which is brownish yellow in color and it is a big animal, if he roars at you as you are dying, it means on looking at you, the beast will roar so loudly that you will get afraid and will be near to death, nearly dying. You will know it is the Asian lion. So you must know that it is the Asian lion. Once again, the poet wants to say that if you happen to pass through some jungle in the east, you can there find a large brownish yellow beast advancing towards you. Advancing means approaching towards you. He will at once pounce upon you. Pounce means jump upon you. If he pounce means roar. He will roar upon you. As he will see you, he will pounce as well. वो झपटेगा भी और आपके देखकर दहाड़ेगा भी. At once pounce at you and kill you. If he roars while you are dying, you can at once know that it is an Asian lion. That how can you identify that it is Asian lion? That if it is tawny, it means brownish yellow in color, and he roars at you and he jumps at you, it means you should understand, you should identify the animal that it is the Asian lion. Next is, or if sometime when roaming around a noble wild beast greets you. Animals greet करते हैं आपको. but because this is a humorous poem, so it is given with black stripes on a yellow ground. Just notice if he eats you. This simple rule may help you learn the Bengal tiger to discern. It means if sometime when roaming round, suppose you are roaming there, you are roaming where? In the jungle. You are roaming in the jungle and a noble wild beast greets you. It means a great animal finds you, advances towards you. But what is the features? With black stripes on a yellow ground. कैसे क्या फीचर्स हैं उसकी? दैट ब्लैक स्ट्राइप्स ऑन अ येलो ग्राउंड, यानी येलो उसकी स्किन का कलर है और उसके ऊपर ब्लैक स्ट्राइप्स हैं. जस्ट नोटिस इफ ही ईट्स यू. यू विल हैव टू वेट एंड वॉच इफ ही ईट्स यू और नॉट. दिस सिंपल रूल में हेल्प यू लर्न द बंगाल टाइगर to discern. It means if he eats you, then it means this is the Bengal tiger to identify. Once again, or if sometime when roaming round, a noble wild beast greets you with black strips on a yellow ground, just notice if he eats you. This simple rule may help you learn the Bengal tiger to discern. It means while you are roaming in an eastern jungle, here it is not given in eastern jungle, but it was given in the first paragraph. So you will continue it. If you are roaming in an eastern jungle, you can sometimes meet a graceful looking beast. It will be having black stripes on its yellow body. You should notice if it eats you or not. And if it does, it means if it eats you, it is certainly the Bengal tiger, and this is a simple way to identify the Bengal tiger. Clear? Next is, if strolling forth a beast you view whose hide with spots is peppered, as soon as he has leapt on you, you will know he is the leopard. Twill do no good to roar with pain, he'll only lap and lap again. If strolling forth, it means you are wandering in the eastern jungle. Strolling forth यानी घूमते घूमते अगर आप आगे निकल जाओ. A beast you view and you find a beast, if you find an animal whose hide with spots is peppered. It means whose body is spotted, जिसकी बॉडी के ऊपर स्पॉट्स हैं. As soon as he has leapt on you, you will know he is the leopard. It means the animal will leap upon you. Leap means jump. The animal will jump upon you, and if he jumps upon you, it will do no good to roar with pain. You roar, you cry with pain, but your crying will not help you because he'll only lap and lap again. As far, as fast, or as much as you cry, he will lap you again and again. Once again, is strolling forth a beast you view whose hide with spots is peppered. As soon as he has leapt on you, you will know he is the leopard. 'Twill do no good to roar with pain, he'll only lap and lap again. It means while you are going leisurely. Strolling means to move leisurely. So while you are going leisurely through an eastern jungle, a beast can come in your view, and the identification is that it will have a hide covered with spots, or its body will be covered with spots. As soon as it leaps on you, you will know that it is a leopard. It means if the animal leaps on you, jumps on you, you must know that it is a leopard. It will be no good for you to cry in pain because it will leap again and again at you while you are giving out cries of pain. As much cries you make, but it will not help you because it will leap upon you again and again. The next is, if when you are walking round your yard, you meet a creature there who hugs you very hard, be sure it is a bear. If you have any doubts, I guess he'll give you just one more caress. Now, look the identification. If when you are walking around your yard, it means you are not in the jungle, it may be in your yard. If you are walking around in your yard and you meet a creature there, you find an animal there who hugs you very, very hard. The animal, as soon as sees you, he will give you a hard hug. And if the animal hugs you, you should understand that it is a bear. If you have any doubts, I guess he will give you just once more caress. And he says that if you still have any doubt, it means you want to avoid yourself from his hugs, definitely he will once again give you a hug. Once again, look at the paragraph. If when you are walking round your yard, you meet a creature there who hugs you very, very hard, be sure it is a bear. If you have any doubts, I guess he will give you just one more caress. It means sometimes you could be walking around your yard and there you could meet a creature, an animal who would hug you very, very hard. Then you can be sure that it is a bear. And if you show any hesitation in accepting his hug, if you have any doubts, it means if you have any hesitation in accepting his hug, he will certainly give you just one more loving hug. And you know, this is not a loving hug. Next, though two distinguished beasts of prey, a novice might nonplus, the crocodile you always may tell from the hyena thus. Hyena comes with merry smiles, but if they weep, they are crocodiles. Then he says to distinguish between the beasts of prey, animals that make you their own food. A novice. Novice means a person who is not knowledgeable. He may, novice might nonplus. Nonplus means get puzzled. So, the poet says that in order to identify the beast, the animals of prey, a new person can confuse himself, because the crocodile you always may tell from the hyena thus. He says there is the difference between the crocodile and the hyena. Although both of them look alike, but still there is the difference. And what is the difference? Hyena comes with merry smiles, but if they weep, they are crocodiles. He say that if the animal is coming towards you and it is smiling, then it means it is hyena. And if it is weeping, the tears are seen in eyes, then it means it is crocodile. Got? Once again, though two distinguished beasts of prey, a novice might nonplus, the crocodile you always may tell from the hyena thus. Hyena comes with merry smiles, but if they weep, they are crocodiles. So, a novice, it means a new person, can get confused while distinguishing beasts of prey. But it is not difficult to distinguish between a crocodile and a hyena, because the crocodile will always come to you with a tear in his eyes, while a hyena will come to you with happy smiles. The last paragraph is, the true chameleon is small, a lizard sort of thing. He hasn't any ears at all and not a single wing. If there is nothing on the tree, 'tis the chameleon you see. Then he says that there is a very small animal. A true chameleon is small. The animal which is chameleon, it is very small and it looks like a lizard sort of thing. It means it looks like a lizard. He hasn't any ears at all and not a single wing. This is the physical features of chameleon, that it neither has ears nor it has wings. If there is nothing on the tree, it is the chameleon you see. And sometimes you will feel that there is no animal on the tree. Then if you feel like this, it means there is chameleon on the tree. Why is it said that? Because the chameleon can change its color. Okay. The true chameleon is small, a lizard sort of thing. He hasn't any ears at all and not a single wing. If there is nothing on the tree, it is the chameleon you see. It means the true chameleon is a small animal. It is a thing that looks like a lizard. It has no ears at all. It doesn't have even a single wing. Then, if you see nothing on the tree, though it is there on it, you can be certain that it is a chameleon. So, these were the ways how to identify the animals. Now, I would like to tell you the summary of the poem. The summary of the poem is a humorous poem, and the poem tells us how to tell or how to identify different wild animals. But you should be very careful actually, because these are not the ways to actually identify the animals. This is only for humorous purpose. Okay, so the poet says that how to identify wild animals if we come upon them suddenly. He says, if it is a large animal that roars before killing you, then it is an Asian lion. If it is an animal that has black stripes on a yellow ground, then it is a Bengal tiger. He may or may not kill you. The Bengal tiger may or may not kill you. Then, if it is spotted animal and leaps you again and again, then it is a leopard. If it is one that gives you a hard hug, then it is a bear. And it is a crocodile if it weeps on seeing you, and a hyena if it smiles on you. If it looks like a lizard and it has no ears and cannot be seen while it is yet on the tree, then it means it is a chameleon. I hope the poem is clear to you. Now, let's do the rhyme scheme. Chance A, east, B, advance, A, beast, B. Then dine and line. You will have to read it as dine and line. So rhyme scheme becomes A, B, C, C. Got? Then round A, U, B, ground A, U, B, learn, C, discern, C. Again A, B, C, C. Then view A, peppered B, U, A, leopard B, pain C, again C. Again A, B, C, C. The last paragraph, next paragraph, yard A, there B, hard A, beer B, guess C, KRS C. A, B, C, C. Then pray A, non plus B, may A, thus B, smiles C, crocodiles C. Again A, B, C, C. Then small A, thing B, all A, wing B, tree C, C. Then again it becomes A, B, C. Now let's do some comprehension questions of this poem. From the first stanza, we'll read it once again. If ever you should go by chance to jungle in the east, and if there should you advance a large and tawny beast, if he roars at you as you are dying, you will know it is the Asian lion. The question can be, name the poem and the poet. So name of the poem is How to Tell Wild Animals, and the name of the poet is Carolyn Wells. Next question can be, what is meant by the east? A jungle in the east. So you will write the answer that east means the eastern part of the world. Eastern part of the world. Next question can be, how will you know that it is the Asian lion? How will you know? If he roars at you as you are dying. The answer will be, if the animals roars on looking at us or on looking at the persons, we must know that it is the Asian lion. Next paragraph. Or if sometime when roaming round, a noble wild beast greets you with black stripes on a yellow ground, just notice if he eats you. This simple rule may help you learn the Bengal tiger to discern. The question can be, what does the poet call a noble beast? What does the poet call a noble beast? A noble wild beast greets you. So, to whom it is said the noble wild beasts? The answer is the poet says the noble beast to the Bengal tiger. Next question can be, what is that distinguishes the Bengal tiger? What is this that distinguishes the Bengal tiger? The answer is with black stripes on a yellow ground. So your answer will be the black stripes on the yellow ground distinguishes the Bengal tiger. Next question can be, why do you think the poet says if he eats you? If he eats you. Just notice if he eats you. Why does the poet say if he eats you? This answer is not given in the stanza. You will have to do it on your own. Its answer is if he eats you is said because it is a belief that the Bengal tiger eats only if he is hungry. Listen once again. It is said that it is a belief that the Bengal tiger eats only if he is hungry. The next stanza. Strolling forth a beast you view, whose hide with spots is peppered. As soon as he has leapt on you, you will know it is the leopard. It will do no good to roar with pain, he'll only lap and lap again. The question can be, how can we know that it is a leopard? How will we know? As soon as he leapt on you, you will know it is the leopard. So the answer will be, if the animal jumps upon us, we will know that it is a leopard. How does a leopard attack its victim? कैसे अटैक करता है? A leopard attacks its victim by leaping upon him. What will the leopard do if we cry with pain? It will do no good to roar with pain. He will only lap and lap again. So what will the leopard do if we cry with pain? If we cry with pain, the leopard will jump again and again on us. The next stanza is, if when you are walking around your yard, you meet a creature there who hugs you very very hard, be sure it is a bear. If you have any doubts, I guess he will give you just one more caress. And the question can be, where can you meet the bear? The answer will be, you can meet the bear in the yard, in our own yard. What does the bear do on meeting a person? What does the bear do? The bear hugs a person, or on meeting the person, a bear hugs him. What is the rhyme scheme of this stanza? Already told you. Yard A, there B, hard A, beer B, guess C, and caress C. So the rhyme scheme of the stanza is A B C C. Find words from the passage which means embraces. Embraces means hugs. And courtyard. Courtyard means yard. Next stanza is, though to distinguish beasts of prey are novice might nonplus, the crocodile you always may tell from the hyena thus. Hyenas come with merry smiles, but if they weep, they are crocodiles. The question can be, what does the hyena? How does the hyena come? How does the hyena come? Hyena comes with merry smiles. So answer will be, hyena comes with merry smiles. What is so distinct about the crocodiles? What is distinct about the crocodiles? The crocodiles tears if they weep. And what do comes when we weep? Tears. So what is distinct? You can say the crocodile's tears are distinct. What is the rhyme scheme? Again the rhyme scheme is the same. A B C C of the complete poem, it is the same. Find from the passage a word which means the same as happy, and it is merry. Okay. The last stanza. The true chameleon is small, a lizard sort of thing. He hasn't any ears at all, and not a single wing. If there is nothing on the tree, it is the chameleon you see. What can be the question? Which creature has the chameleon been compared to? The chameleon has been compared to a lizard because it is given a lizard sort of thing. What is the point of comparison? What is the point of comparison? कंपैरिजन किस पॉइंट पे किया गया है? बिकॉज इट लुक्स लाइक अ, इट्स फिजिकल फीचर इज जस्ट लाइक अ लिजर्ड. एंड वन मोर, a chameleon has no ears like a lizard. It means a lizard has ears but a chameleon does not have. Okay. Next question can be, mention any two physical characteristics of chameleon. Two physical characteristics of chameleon are, it looks like a lizard. Second is, it doesn't have any ears, and third one may also be, it doesn't have any wings. Okay. You can write one more on your own, that it changes its color. It cannot be seen on the tree because it changes its color. Next question can be, what is the rhyme scheme? And you know the rhyme scheme of the stanza is the same, A B C C. I hope the poem is quite clear to you. Still, if you feel any doubt, you can ask me. Thank you.